Hi, welcome back to Mountain Jim Card Collectibles. So, I have been watching numerous episodes on various YouTube channels about the whole Probstein Snype debacle, to say the least. And I guess what gets me about YouTube is, I'm not a monetized channel. I mean, I don't usually get a lot of views. I'm more or less swept under the rug for the most part when it comes to, sports cards. I did go to journalism school, though. I did graduate from journalism school. I have a university degree, BLA, and, but when I look at sports cards, I tend to think that the monetized channels overdo the wannabe journalism. I'm just putting that out there. I mean, honestly, guys, do you think that I want a YouTube video every time that Probstein cuts the damn cheese? Honestly. But that's what YouTube is giving us. And all the big monetized creators, I mean, I'm burnt out of the Probstein drama, I mean, I have known for years that Probstein didn't have the best morals when it comes to shill bidding. And, this thing with Snype, we had so many of the big monetized, sports card channels reporting every little time that, Snype would do this, do that. Probstein would do this, do that. Hey, that's great, but who is it really great for? Is it great for the monetized channels, because, as a sports card consumer, sports card collector, TCG consumer, TCG collector, and I sell them on eBay, this information really doesn't do me any good, Yeah, he started up his own Snype. Yeah, he's known for shill bidding. Yeah, it appears that he created Snype to have a shill bid orgy, to say the least. Hey, everybody shill bid, I mean, he could have created a song, everybody shill bid, we're shill bidding. You know what I mean? And I honestly expected that. And honestly, everyone else did too, for the most part, Is anyone even surprised about the Hunny Bunny, supposed account that Probstein was using, and he lobbed out, so many shill bids. It just, I forget what the number is. I mean, it's atrocious, But hey, sports cards, the sports card community, YouTube, they always like to worship people with no morals, if you know what I mean. I have morals. I always have and I always will. Is it a curse? Apparently it's a curse on YouTube. But, I have always lived a life of following the rules, And a lot of people have hated me because of that. Because I don't get the rewards of breaking laws, breaking rules. And that's just the way my life code is, So everybody wants to report on the downfall of Probstein, and what gets me is eBay. eBay is like the silent partner here. I mean, how much shill bidding goes on eBay, and eBay just lets it go. Let's be honest here. I mean, if eBay knows about these allegations, why are they allowing him to come back? I just want to put it out there. With what I know about Probstein, saw a little bit of his Snype, what he was doing. He may as well go to Whatnot. He is pure Whatnot material, I mean, Whatnot would just cater to his shill bidding needs, whatever he wants to do, take advantage of others, screw people over, don't mail them the cards properly. You know what I mean. That's Whatnot. I don't know why eBay would even platform this guy, to be honest, Whatnot's known for the scumbags, I've tried Whatnot for a while. It just wasn't for me, It is what it is. So Dan the Card Man's done some great reporting. I usually look for him, for these type of reports, to be honest. But everyone else seems to be reporting on, Probstein and Snype as well. But the thing that Dan the Card Man brought up, and I think more needs to be said about, what he brought up. And that's the fact that, you had like Sports Card Dad platforming Probstein on his channel endlessly prior to the launch of Snype. And then, it's just crickets, when it comes to this, I mean, so he was platformed on a monetized channel, of course. Numerous interviews, like we're watching NBC News or something, CBS News, 60 Minutes, get everyone excited for Snype. Just to have Snype do what it did in the first day, basically, go to the you-know-what in a handbasket. And the big shill bidding orgy was like seen by everybody. And what gets me is, I guess that Probstein thinks everyone's stupid, obviously, I mean, he must believe he's the smartest person in the country, in the world. He can just create this platform, can just shill bid to no end. I mean, it just shill bid, shill bid, shill bid. I can't prove that, I mean, no one really has, I mean, other than the Hunny Bunny account. But what I take issue is all the monetized channels, acting like they're 60 Minutes, giving Probstein all the interviews, all the coverage, every dying breath of the day is dedicated to Probstein, Why does it have to be this way with monetized YouTube channels? I don't know. I mean, if you were new to sports card collecting and you hit sports card channels and you just got, beaten over the head with all the Probstein stuff, you may just turn around and be not interested, And I wish that, sports card content, because I do watch a lot of sports card content. I wish that they would dedicate themselves to more than just, the hot button issue of the day. Because they all do. I mean, it's like everybody dedicates themselves who's monetized on YouTube to following the big story, Did any of these people go to journalism school? I did. And here's the thing, is when I go to, watch sports card content on YouTube, I don't want the journalism of the year, to be quite honest. I want sports card content. And so reporting on every time that Probstein cuts the cheese, I just don't think it really does any good for anybody, except for the monetized channels, because they're getting views, I still think it's a joke. So when you get into the news about Snype, I just took this from Google News. We can just kind of go back in time here, and watch the headlines and just put it all together here. Of all the scumbags involved. So right here, this is from September 25th, 2021, the depressing Rick Probstein Bill Maestro interview. I could care less, I don't give a damn about Probstein. Here's one. Top eBay seller Rick Probstein launching own auction platform. And this came from Clicked on February 18th. Okay, all right. And then, of course, we have to have, more of the journalism world, pumping this thing up. Here's one from February 15th. eBay mega seller Probstein to launch competing live selling platform for sports cards and memorabilia. Boy, you guys are just so good at the news, aren't you? Aren't you guys just so good at the news, you know? Other than when Probstein tries to screw everybody over, it's just crickets, you know. I don't see anything on Google News about the Hunny Bunny account, you know. Here's one. October 27, 2022. Rick Probstein, Jewish baseball card collector. Did they forget / famously known shill bidder? They should have Probstein up for douchebag of the year, man. That should be the headline. You know, I went to J school, you know. Probstein, douchebag of the year. That would be more accurate. Coming from all these great supposed news organizations. Oh, you guys are doing such good work, but you're not talking about what they really should be talking about. And that's all the scummy shill bidding that he's really known for. Probstein to launch BYD card selling platform. This came from March 18th. Oh, you did such a good job, Card Lines, reporting the news for the views and your clicks. Great job. Then we have this from Clicked. Power seller Rick Probstein leaves eBay to create own platform. Yes, we know it's been driven into our heads over and over again. The brainwashing scheme has worked. We all know. Okay. Here's one from September 27th. Do trading card mega sellers need eBay more than eBay needs them? All right. And then we have this. Snype auction stumbles out of the gate. Collectible sales paused. Okay. What about Hunny Bunny? The Hunny Bunny account. Nothing. Crickets. I'll even click that one. Why not? This is the big Sports Illustrated collectibles. You know, gotta bend the knee to Probstein. Gotta bend the knee to, you know, getting clicks. Here we go. And that's where Snype comes in. The brainchild of Rick Probstein, formerly one of the highest volume sports card sellers on eBay. They don't ever bring up the fact he's famously known as shill bidder. That's some great journalism you got going on there. Awesome stuff. This was 5 days ago. Snype offline after failed launch. Rick Probstein's new marketplace cancels auctions amidst security concerns. From who? Security concerns from who? Rick Probstein? Shill bidding literally everything, having the shill bid orgy of the century? Come on, guys. How about some better headlines? Snype's scrub launch, tech failures, user data concerns due new auction platform. You know, if I could, I don't mean to be gross, but if I could, if it was like a paper, you know, like a headline paper, you know, I used to do this when I was, you know, journalism. I used to be a journalist, you know, a reporter. Time to do some butt flossing with that piece of paper headline, you know. Good job, Sports Collectors Daily. Way to make your money. Way to make the bank. Rick Probstein returns to eBay after shutdown of Snype site. Yeah, gee, big surprise there. And let me guess, the scumbags at eBay just rolled out the red carpet for the big scumbag. Of course they did, man. You know, morals, oh, yeah, they'll boot off a small seller here or there, you know, for making a little mistake, you know, whatever, da-da-da-da. Oh, but boy, these big, you know, known shill bidders, come on in. Born in sin, come on in. To steal a quote from Stephen King. Rick Probstein returned to eBay after failed attempt to start on platform. Yep, yeah, we all know. We all know. We have heard it millions of times from every monetized, non-monetized channel imaginable. You guys did a great job of, you know, building Probstein's site up just to get a bunch of people in there to get them screwed over by the people we all know who do the screwing over. Great job, monetized YouTube channels. You do such great work. In fact, since I was a journalist, reporter, I used to report city, county government, by the way. Hey, you guys are up for the Pulitzer Prize, the Peabody Awards, the Edward R. Murrow Award. Isn't that what all the monetized YouTube channels want? I mean, give me a break, man. How about we do some sports card stuff, I mean, the last episode I did, hey, I was talking about pre-orders. Do you guys ever talk about pre-order? No. Snype. Probstein. I just feel like all of these channels have a crush on Probstein. He's our guy to get views. Hey, we got monetized. Time to talk about Probstein. Morning, day, night, breakfast, lunch, dinner, every snack. Probstein. And you guys love these monetized channels. Don't pretend you don't. Because you all subscribe to them. We want them to have our money. We want them to get all the fruits of their bullshit labor. Yeah, got it. And I'm just not impressed overall, I guess. I'm just not impressed with any of it. I'm not impressed with Rick Probstein. I'm not impressed with Snype. I'm not impressed with eBay. I'm not impressed with all the wannabe reporters on YouTube that are monetized. Honestly, I just wish we could get back to what we typically do, and, that's sports cards. This idea of, I guess, every sports card YouTube channel getting monetized and then becoming a wannabe NBC, CBS, ABC, CNN, Fox News, I don't know, whatever news station you can come up with, I just think is a joke, I just really do. I've said it before, a lot of the better YouTube sports card channels, TCG, non-sports card channels, they're not monetized. They don't get a lot of views. Maybe because they don't have the monetization. Maybe they can, focus more on the passion of, what collecting should be, instead of just bending the knee to every big, massive corporate ideal that comes rolling down the road. I'm just putting that out there. I'm a non-monetized channel. I mean, if anyone hates people, I have gotten so much hate on this channel. I usually just, I get rid of those comments, whatever I have to do, that's what I'm used to, But all this, hyper focus on literally every time Probstein farts, I just wish it would end. You know what I mean? Anyway, life goes on. It'd be nice if, corporations, channels would do the right thing. But that's the world we live in, We live in a hellish world, to say the least. And they tend to worship the worst of the worst, don't they? I mean, why would you put Probstein on your shoulders like he's some great person? Who would do that, And I see them all tearing him down, this and that. But they put him up on the pedestal for a reason. Because they knew it. They knew what they were going to do. And a lot of the channels, I'll give them credit. They are doing better reporting than the mainstream media. I'll give them credit there. But for the most part, I've been overdosed with all the reporting on Probstein. I feel like I need to go into a rehab center. The Probstein Rehab Center. The brainwashing for the past year has been so much, so often. Please, can you please just not say that SOB's name? Please, I am exhausted. Anyway. Like to thank my subscribers, I mean, you're helping me out. You really are, even though I'm not monetized, Thank my viewers. Thank YouTube for, not really helping my channel out. And doing what they do with their bots, Anyway, hope you have a great day. I'm out of here. Bye.